Hi everyone. Well, it's been about 6 weeks since I did this new setup with my new attempt of growing dinoflagellates. This time around with PyroFarms Bio-Dinos, and based on the lesson learned, I learned with the PyroFarms 6 inches orb, and plus what I learned from I think magical microbes, BioGlo. There are these two hourglass things, plus the light platforms below. I decided to try with. I found that the dino flagellates of PyroFarms work better for me than the dinoflagellates of BioGlo. So this time around, I got exclusively 3 packages of PyroFarms PyroDino with this new attempt. Why I was not successful with this guy from back in February, and actually why I was not able to maintain the cultures of the BioGlo either. It was because these guys, most likely this will not happen to you, but if you have a source of algae, like a tank or some setup that could carry in the air algae cells or algae particles, whatever you want to name it, or you have algae cultures, whatever, you really do not want to put them together. In less than 2 months, and actually, I noted that 2 months with this guy, and but these guys in a month, because I had it with them, I found later on, verified with a very strong light, that the sea monkeys slash brine shrimp food have a dried algae, and when I serve, it's so fine that it floats very near. I verified this with a very violet light. So no wonder, even I had this, you only need one cell to hit this rich nutrients environment that, of course, dinoflagellates is another kind of algae. And when I ask PyroFarms, they say, ooh, that's bad. Sadly, the green algae eventually will overcome your dinoflagellates, so you will need to, and they gave me a list of what to do, how to clean properly the container and restart the colony. And it happened. Since they were glowing, I waited around 2 months until the green algae overcome the 3 containers that I had at that time, and I followed the instructions. Although the concentration of the Clorox, I had to use it a little higher. I had, I believe, 4 parts water, 1 part Clorox, for these guys, because it was very difficult to remove from this and this, but I already made a video about that and you can see the comments on that. Anyhow, so that's the warning that most likely and hopefully you guys will not need to worry. This warning was only if you have another source of other type of algae. If you don't, you should be fine. And now to tell you what I have been doing for the last 6 weeks. First of all, we mentioned that initially I put this LED light that, although it doesn't warm too much, it does warm, and I put it too close to especially the glass containers, and it was raising the temperature. You could see droplets of water evaporating because it was the difference of temperature was so much. So a warning of that if you get a grow plant lamp like this one, confirm that it's not too near. I had noted that at this distance it's working like a charm, so it was never that necessary to set it up so close. Anyhow, that is the first mistake I made. So these guys, because they were further, and these two guys in the front were a little more apart, not so direct under the light, they did better. But the angel in the back and the 6 inches PyroFarms orb, it took like a week, and they still recovering, although I did another mistake with this one that I will mention soon. Okay, so the thing is that for 6 weeks, after 6 weeks, I have created this nice layer near the surface, right on the surface, excuse me, in the rim of the surface, but eventually it will cover more. So yesterday I fed them. Sadly, I was not thinking to make a video until I realized that it was already 6 months, and I thought that it was a good time to one moment, I need to adjust the camera better. Sorry, I made a very small close shift location for the containers, so, and I'm playing it by ear. Okay, so anyhow, what I did yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that, is to use the Blue Boost, and something I found that is useful, especially with the angels. As you can see, the angels have a little hole here, but it's difficult. And the angels comes with a little bottle that is perfect to that, but it's I actually, where is it? I have it near. Yeah. Okay, good. So this is the bottle that the dinoflagellates came in, and as you can see, it has a little, and it was perfect to put it in. But eventually, when you want to feed them, so it's not so safe, and time is almost running out. Okay, so I will divide this in two parts. But what I found is that I use a pipette like this. I think this one is like 3 milliliters, and it's flexible and stuff. There is variety. There are bellows pipettes. There are the plastic measure pipettes. So whatever it is, normally these have been built that you can insert, here and get, and also it's perfect to go into the angel, as you can see. And I will not add too much because I already adjust today, and it's a bad idea, especially when it does not have the layer that this one has. But you can see, quite nice. And you cannot see the layer as clear as before, because already I was working on this video and I saw some mistakes. So anyhow, that's why I feel confident. I'm not adding this one, and I will say in the next part of the video why I have not fed them, because I made another mistake. I'm at the lamp. In addition to the lamp, later on I made another mistake that I will show later. Okay, so we talk about feeding, we talk about the layer. This is 6 weeks. Oh yes, the BioGlo. Since I'm not using the dinoflagellates of the BioGlo, I think they are good containers. And also I got, for other reason, extra base lights from Magical Microbes, and I don't know how much they contribute compared to the light, but since I had the lights, I might as well use it, because the angels fit quite nicely. The Bio-turtle, bioluminescent turtle is kind of border, so I don't like it to taste my luck, especially the legs are, it's glass, so these 4 containers are glass, so that's why I only keep the angels on top of it. Anyhow, the lamp is working quite well. I have a timer of 12 hours from 8 in the morning to 8 p.m. So I was able to shift the circadian cycle. So it starts glowing at 8, and 9 is supposed to be already quite bright if I check them. So. And as I mentioned, BioGlo suggested to keep the closed. I disagree. I keep them open, except if I'm going to use the container, so you need to close it, but I will do a separate video when I do that, because you need to be careful how you close this case. Okay, time is almost running out, so I will go to the second part.